due diligence, and I'm just taking an example from my previous organization, not necessarily this one. A lot of due diligence, as Adil mentioned, is to do with various clauses or in terms of certain hard facts and numbers. But the softer parts of it, if we talked of culture sometime back, I think to my mind is more important. And whatever amount of due diligence, and today let me add to the point you made, that HR people are involved in due diligence. Even I have been, all colleagues have been involved in due diligence. But how much of the softer aspects can you pick up in the due diligence is really a challenge. Because the few days and the numbers and the data and the few interviews or interactions you have will not give you a feel of it. So more important is that it's over the initial days that you work on. How do you look at it? Well, typically the textbooks also mention that. The culture shaping takes place of either you have the acquirer's culture, or if you feel the acquiring company is having a culture of its own, leave it as. The third is trying to blend some of the best sort of practices that are there together. Or the fourth would be altogether dropping things and going to the fourth. This is typically the type of 3-4 options that are. Coming to culture, the other part is in terms of really going through the interactions, and part of things that came out was communication. The part you talked about was anxiety. So how can you get senior management to start communicating in terms of the basic core values and philosophy? Broadly, my understanding of organizations that I've seen around the globe, 80 to 90% of them have similar core values or beliefs around it. They are not much of dichotomy. So those are certain safe areas that you can start with, and senior management presence also gives a signal that the acquiring company employees feel that they are really wanted. Others, very often that anxiety which is there in their minds, that does this acquirer company really care for us, or it is some assets that they are taking, physical assets they are taking in terms of material, or is it some of the market or the brand they have? So that comfort coming to employee, that is where I feel HR has a very major role to at least not only communicate personally, but see that senior management is able to reach out to groups of employees from the acquiring company. To me, that is very good. The second area, which is very much there, is trying to quickly and in a planned manner get understanding of the key talent. Because as you rightly said, in the service sector or any sector, if the key talent moves away because of that period of uncertainty or doubt, you had it. Most of the asset valuation that you had banked on would be on key talent. So how quickly can we try to either secure or have some retention plan or bring about a good level of confidence in the key talent is very, very important. Because without them, it's not only one CEO, but many of the key talent or specialists that will have to work.